Chapter 9. The Rescue Mission. As the blue glow faded, we found ourselves by a man on the side of the road in Texas midday. "We're not far from that last church," she said. This was a rural road near Helotes, Texas, a small town outside San Antonio. The man approached an elderly woman trying to change the flat passenger side tire of her Ford F-150 Texas Edition. It was white with a gray interior. It was a nice truck. The man was sporting a pair of blue jeans, a white t-shirt, and a baseball cap. "Looks like you could use some help, ma'am," he said with the expected Texas drawl. The woman looked like she was a local ranger's wife, but I don't know that for a fact. She had a look of caution on her face, but replied, "Yes, I'm having trouble because I've never changed a tire on this truck. Besides, the tire is very heavy." She saw that the man appeared to be safe-looking. He seemed to be in his late 30s and clean-cut. She felt safe, too, because the man's t-shirt had a picture of the Beach Boys printed on the front. That helped her trust because she said, "Oh, I love the Beach Boys." "Yes, ma'am," he replied. "My parents saw them in concert, one of those comeback concerts." She finished lowering the tire from the back of the truck bed, and then he took over. "I got it, ma'am." The tire on an F-150 isn't small like your average car's tire. He rolled the tire and leaned it on the side of the truck. "Where's your jack?" he asked her with a smile. She opened the back door, pulled it out from underneath the seat, and laid it on the ground. As he positioned the jack under the truck, she asked, "You from around here?" "Yes, ma'am. This is my area," he replied without looking at her. She bent over to look. "Your area?" she inquired curiously. "Yep, I am a first responder," he said nonchalantly. "Well, thanks for your response today," she replied. "No problem, ma'am. What goes around comes around." She agreed. "For sure, my daughter is a nurse. She finds herself in situations to help a person in need too." Ariel and I observed until he completed the job. The woman told him to put the flat tire in the back, and her husband would take care of it when he came home from work. He wiped his hands with a handkerchief he pulled from his back pocket. She profusely thanked him and got into the cab. The man waved with a smile and continued his walk. I asked Ariel, "Okay, you said we were going to see a rescue mission, but I thought it was about angels." She turned, put her hand on my right shoulder, and said, "How do you know it wasn't?" "Okay," I inquired, "but out of all the rescue missions, what made changing a tire so important?" "A story that flows from God's imagination is interconnected and linked," she replied. Before she explained further, a voice was heard from a ring on her finger. She held it up to her face and said, "Go ahead." An image appeared from the ring of another angel and reported, "Ariel, the probability is at 40%. "Thank you. We'll get back immediately," she returned. "Come, this bit of story was for you, but we must go. We can always come back later," she said hurriedly. "I think you will get a kick out of the rabbit hole we are about to enter," she said as she took my hand, and we flew,